Hey guys, welcome to Blunted on Reality. We are back here and we have an awesome show today. Sorry about the lateness. We actually had some difficulties like a live show always does. But we're here now. Hey, Sin.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
How was your week?
I had a great week. You had a good week?
I had a fucking exhausting week.
I know you have a new job, so I get that. I did too, but all I did was wash clothes and shit like that. And we have a new girl here.
Again.
We have a little guest.
Yeah, man.
What's your name, babes?
Yeah, they call me Billboard Baby. You know what I'm saying? The Billy Goat.
And what do you do?
I'm an artist. I'm a rap artist, songwriter. I direct videos sometimes. I engineer in the studio.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All the good shit. I
All
love
the good
that.
stuff. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm
Mad
sure you know
talented.
some photographers too. And
Oh, of course. And the models and all that.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
how long you been in the business?
I've been rapping since I was like 6 years old, rapping, performing, recording and stuff. And then I got like signed to LL Cool J when I was 15 years old and was
Oh,
featured on his
wow.
album, Exit 13 on Def Jam. So I would say like, when I was 15, that's when I really kind of got a little certification.
That's awesome. That's not a little
Wow.
certification. That's
a
pretty
fucking big.
That's pretty big. LL Cool J. That's the guy that licks
Doing
his
it,
lips,
doing
sexy
it,
guy.
doing it. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
He
I
still
like-
look good though.
Yeah.
I know he's sexy. Is he like almost in the 40s or 50s? And he's sexy.
He's in the 40s.
Is he sexy?
Yeah, he's sexy. It's like, and he's so nice. Like, he's a sweet guy. Like,
He looks it.
I remember I was at the studio one time and I was like, I want some gum, and they came back from the store with like 7 different options. Like, what do you want? Like, everything that I asked for was just like, over the top, and he
Give
lives
it-
up to his Lady Loves Cool J. Like, he lives up to his name. Ladies do love him.
Ladies love him.
Ow,
Wow.
ow.
It's nice to know that somebody that's so big like that is actually a nice guy.
Yes.
Because a lot of the times, like, you hear about all these artists and they're like, you put them on a pedestal and then you hear about them like, oh, he's an asshole. Or,
Yeah, he's really a sweet guy.
I like
He's
that.
awesome, amazing.
And he's married too, right? Got like
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah, and his daughters are amazing. I was actually at this event the other night at SOB's. It was called You're Not Invited. It's like, like the cool popular kids kind of thing or whatever, like underground kind of thing at SOB's. And his son was there. So I saw him for like the first time in like so long.
How old is his son?
His son is like a little older than me.
Is he a hottie too?
Are you
He
like,
looks just like his father. Like if you see him and somebody, you would know like that's his son. Like they the same face every time.
That means he's a hottie.
Does he have the lips too? And he just licks them and stuff like him? 'Cause I
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
Doing it.
I'm
doing
just
it,
saying
doing
because
it well.
Is that the only song you know from him, Sin?
No,
What
I
the
know.
fuck?
I know all these fucking
Mama
songs
said
we're talking
knock
about.
you out.
Ah,
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Baby. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The
So-
hits already.
So what are we talking about today, Sin?
So what are we talking about?
We're talking about the 5 love languages, which actually a lot of people hit us up about it because I think a lot of women were very excited about this show. Not many guys.
I know there's
don't
some
if
guys
it's-
that were like, "What the fuck is that? That's a female combo."
I don't know if that's understandable. I'm a little like, I was a little hurt by it. Like, what do you mean? But I don't think a
for
lot of guys
everybody.
were, it's for everybody.
The book was written by a man.
That's right. It was written by Gary Chapman in 1992, which
Yes.
was
The year I was born. Woo.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
That's a long ass time ago when I think about it.
I had my baby in '93. Don't say your fucking name. People gonna start counting.
Wow.
Let's not count. You're 24.
A little bit older.
26.
A little bit older. 27.
27? I'm sorry, I was going by your daughter's age, but I
She's about
fucked
to
up.
be 26
She's
November.
gonna be,
So.
holy crap.
But anyway, back to love languages.
Yes.
So back to love languages, which are 5, according to this, is he a doctor? I wonder if Gary Chapman is actually a doctor, like,
Yeah.
psychiatrist, doctor,
Oh, so you know a little
therapist.
bit about the love languages?
I know a little something about love.
Oh. I think we all know a little bit about love. Isn't it awesome when you can actually kind of look within yourself to fix something, or like
What?
instead of actually putting it on somebody else? Because a lot of the times when you're in a relationship, you kind of want to fix him in my
Yeah,
case.
And you can expect a lot
You
of
know?
shit.
You know, that's something that I learned recently. It was like you find your happiness in what makes you happy, And I think Jada Pickett said it about her and Will Smith.
Yeah.
And then Will Smith said it about Jada. And then you find someone who's also happy, and y'all be happy together, rather than you making it your job to make them happy.
Yeah.
And that's so important, to kind of like, find your happiness, know your happiness, and then find someone who matches you, instead of trying to shape someone happiness to be happy. And then that's too much weight for you. You got to make somebody happy every day. How about you be happy and they be happy, and y'all share your happiness?
Yep, exactly.
I think like people that are insecure sometimes are expecting that from you. Like they want you to do
people that are
for
broken
them.
and hurt and stuff as well.
And I feel like maybe when you're young too, you do that a lot, because I have to say it. I've done it where you're looking outward,
Expecting someone to make you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it's like a self-love thing. When we start growing a little bit, I think you start loving yourself, you expect people to meet your standards. So then it's like you just want somebody to match you.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody that you have to build up. You want somebody that
you don't want a project, like I call them.
Yeah.
No, I think once you get there though, you start doing that. That's exactly what you attract.
Yeah.
Once you set up some standards for yourself.
Well,
Like
some
the
people
transfer.
also think like, oh, well, what do you think you are? Who do you think you are when you have these like really high expectations in a relationship? And you don't settle for bullshit, because sometimes people do it like they want you to settle for their bullshit. But no, once you're like, nah, I'm good, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, who do you think you are? Like,
And then
what I mean?
imagine the vice versa, when someone is super successful and they have everything, and then it's not a settling thing, but they choose someone in which you would feel like, oh, why are you with him? Like, why are you with her? Like, why did you choose that person to be with? Like, they're not on your level, you know what I mean? And it's about love and happiness sometimes, and that's
it's true.
the two sides. Whether you look at it and you're like, oh, I need somebody to be this good, or you have somebody and it's like, yo, this person makes me happy. This is who I love,
Yeah, and for people looking at like from the outside in, they're like, but what do you see
What do
in
you
that?
see?
Like, what the fuck do you see in that person?
Right.
When they don't really see what's really like like, how do you want to be loved? How do you expect to be loved?
Right.
And how does that person that you're with wants to be loved?
Right.
And that's what the whole 5 love languages is about.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder how you like to be loved.
Ooh.
What?
Well, let's dive into it,
Let's
because
go.
the 5
Let me
love
stop fucking
languages are, let's start with, do you want to start with acts of service? We have
The physical.
the physical touch, that you want to be
Yes.
touched, touchy. You want to fuck, probably.
I like the
that
quality
definitely
time.
falls into it. Quality time.
I like the quality time.
Gifts.
I'm okay with gifts, but that's not my biggest thing.
What about the emotion, like the emotional support, like the mental stimulation,
Like yeah.
Yeah.
The mental stimulation. I kind
the
of like
spiritual growth, and
She
all that.
knows this soul over here is speaking.
So just to go through
I'm
them.
sure you've been told you're an old soul.
You sound like an old
I
soul.
don't know. I do music, so I
Y'all
I
are old
tap in.
souls, trust me.
Definitely. But just so we can like tell everybody that probably doesn't know about them, because I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it. I heard about it when I was 21 from my ex-husband. And I was like, it really made me think and kind of look back like, oh, what do I like? So we have the words of affirmation. We have quality time. That's you. We have receiving gifts, which doesn't have to be like a pair of bottoms, obviously. It can be like bring you coffee to work, and like little
the
things
flowers
like that.
and stuff as well. But the gifts, the big gifts, is kind of like when you got it, like those gifts every day.
Yeah.
Those things really kind of like shape relationships a lot of times.
That's true.
The show of love and affection, like, baby, I can't be here. I'm busy at work. Boom, here, take this.
But I mean, the quality time over that for me. But some people may like that too. Just
No, there's
if you
definitely
can't
people
spend
that love
time,
that.
then if you're a celebrity and you're like super big,
And it's not even sometimes time. It's like, yo, I did this bad. I'm sorry, I cheated on you. Here, take this. I'm gonna give you this house now.
fuck out of here. You cheated on me, and now you're gonna. That's a different story.
Yeah,
like now we
fucking
gotta go
buying
to
your
therapy,
love.
I'm gonna
bitch.
buy the new Lambo truck. No, I cheated.
Let
I'm
me
gonna buy the
smooth this
Lambo
shit
truck.
over.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of these
Yeah.
relationships, like maybe these celebrity relationships, are based on that. Like you fuck somebody else, and maybe, baby, I'll buy you a Porsche. I don't know, baby.
You know? Like when you get in, you kind of know somebody's lifestyle. Like there's mad girls around you every day, all day. You know what I mean? It's still a thing of being faithful, but like if you are in that lifestyle and you kind of have accepted it, like, yo, you're a superstar and this and that, and then I do something terrible, like, oh, I cheated, I slept, oh, you found out, you saw the text messages. Matter of fact, you don't even know for sure what I did, but you see me flirting, texting back and forth, you know what I mean?
That's not acceptable.
And the phone,
No.
you feel me? Now I make it up because I already know what I did. Now I make it up. I'm buy you a little, little BBS, something like that.
A little $100 gift certificate, Victoria's Secret.
I know, right? But there's levels to that because you feel me? Like people that don't got it be wanting, you know what I'm saying? They want that was big, extravagant gifts for the same thing that, somebody else
and you
did.
Can't
afford
expect
it.
the same things from the project guy that
You
from
feel me?
Fetty Wap, It's
did.
completely different.
You did.
So the last two are acts of service and physical touch, which sometimes I get them confused, the physical touch and the quality time, but it's almost there, but it's not quite the same. Obviously, quality time, if you spend time with somebody that you love.
Yeah, like you're taking a walk. You're having
Yeah, like you're going to
conversations.
dinner,
Right.
you're going to museums, you're going
Right.
to family events.
Like actually spending good time.
Yeah,
Right.
Not-
going on vacation, because it's a thing about having sex and all of that, right? But then it's
Yeah.
another thing to go on a vacation. Like we don't spend any time together. You're always busy.
And a lot of women
We
do
just
complain about
have
that.
sex and you leave. Like you're only here and then
Yeah,
you're gone.
that's
and then,
different. You like the touchy thing, and then you're out. That doesn't mean you want to spend time with me. That
Yeah,
means
it's
that
not
you just want to
quality
come
time.
over and fuck.
right.
That's different. That's why I kind of confuse them,
That's
because
the
a lot of men
physical.
do like that. They want the physical, but then they don't want to actually
The quality time.
spend time
right.
and talk with
and
you.
the relationship
Right.
building. Yeah, those conversations, those phone calls, staying in touch.
They just want to get to it.
Yeah.
To it.
That's it. Want to get it in. They want to skip over everything. They just want to get to
Well,
that.
listen, this is the world we live in right now, unfortunately, where Tinder is like physical touch, ding ding, I want that. All right, you can go now.
Yeah, and then sometimes like let's see if that works first before I even think about spending quality time. You know what I mean? Or it's like, yo, I'm spending all this quality time and you still not giving me the physical touch.
Yeah,
What's
that's
up? Like,
there's a problem there.
What's
I had an
going on?
issue with that. Like, what does quality time mean to you?
it means that we get the opportunity to hopefully soon, one day, be able to get the other stuff, the physical stuff that we want.
So then you think quality time is probably the first
If
thing
I'm
in a
spending quality
relationship? That's
time,
the first thing.
if I'm spending quality time,
I better get the physical.
I mean, that's like where. I mean, that's like where.
get down to that too.
That's like where it comes down to. Like, if you imagine spending like courting someone, spending quality time, and then
How long? How long do you feel you
I
got?
mean, how long do you think that you spend quality?
I
time
mean, we're
with
not
a
in
person
Steve's
for?
Harvey show. I'm not gonna be fucking 3 months like that. I think that's a little much that he did that.
Some people do it though.
But
And
you know
that's
what
fine,
that be
but
sometimes
but
too?
it's not behind. Like, you know what I mean? Like, behind your mind, like, I'm gonna wait. Sometimes if the vibe is there, and why not just go for it? That's how I feel. I've waited in relationships 2-3 months, and I've also done it the first night. I'm sorry. We've all been there where the vibe just feels right. Sometimes it
I've
feels
never
like,
been there.
damn, that's a
Yo.
mistake.
Yo, she's so funny.
Well,
so
the second date, it happened with my ex-husband. Like, the second day we met, we were hanging out. It happened,
wow,
and
that's passionate.
it just,
That's
you know,
definitely passionate.
she had that passion. She said, "Oh,
I like
want-"
that. Like, if things are right and everything is like, I can feel it, then I can go for it.
Nah,
It's
like,
gotta
I
be
gotta
right.
have that.
Have you ever
connection.
had an experience where you waited, right, and then it wasn't what you wanted it to be?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about all the QT that you put in? Like, what do you think about all the quality time you spent? This
the
just
time.
goes down the drain. Do you try to shape that person in bed? Like, do it like this
Yeah.
or change it like this, or do you just throw it away?
Nah, man. I don't think I've ever sat there and shaped somebody.
But can you balance the fact?
I think, and it's sad to say, but I think it kind of turns me off. Like, that's it.
Automatically, yeah, that's a turn.
But what if
You know
you're
what I'm
like
saying?
feeling somebody real good, and then all of a sudden you're feeling somebody, you're in the moment, and then all of a sudden, boom,
it doesn't work?
it doesn't work once you get to the sex part. Like, okay,
Everything
we did all
else
this
is
quality
perfect, but
time,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then
What do you do? Do you try to tell them how you like it, or like do you just let it go?
That's the problem. Like, the quality time is great, but then once the physical touch comes in, and
It's
there's
no attraction.
not
Attraction
there,
dies.
or the dick is little, or he smells, or his, like.
I don't know. What do you think?
Or
You're
his
gonna
toilet
sit there and
is
try
stinky.
to fucking train
No,
someone,
definitely
or-
not.
It's
not-
probably a turnoff.
Yeah, 100%.
Right away,
I
it's
mean,
like,
if,
oh,
if,
damn.
if that part is not there, it's like I mean, I'm gonna just keep it 100. Like, if that part is not there, I mean, unless everything else is like really, really awesome, then maybe you might try to tell somebody how you like it and see if they can improve. You could try, you could work on it. Give them, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
It's just
I guess
not
if
there.
you really like them, if you really.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
and you're trying to
sometimes
give it
one
another
thing
chance.
doesn't go just
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna want to cheating or something like that. You're
Right.
gonna find a physical attraction.
If
to
you
someone
have
else.
one thing going, but then the other one is not, it's like
It's not aligned.
it's not. So then you guys like have this mental connection, but then the sex sucks. Then what do you do?
Or imagine having like a sexual chemistry, but then like the intellectual part is just
Yeah,
like you're not creative. Like, what do you do with your day? Like, all you get good for is like,
yeah.
like,
Like there are no conversations that actually work.
Yeah.
But the sex is great. That's just a fuck buddy. I've been there. We've all been there.
Yeah.
I mean, have you been there, Sin? I can never say.
do you want to marry that? Do you want to have the rest of your life be spent that way?
Of course not, because the dick's gonna get, arrugado,
eventually.
wrinkly. That's the word.
I'm
Sorry, I said it in
crying.
Spanish. And and the conversations are gonna still be boring. So, sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is our other co-host, Punch.
What's up, Punch?
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
It's a little
Billboard baby, nice to meet you.
What's in it?
Billboard baby.
Billboard, baby.
Yes.
I like that.
Thank you. I'm an artist. I'm a rap artist.
I was about to ask that next.
Yes.
I figured, all right, dope.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
what's the next thing?
So let's jump to acts of service in.
Ooh.
Acts
Oh,
of
so
ser-
what about? I don't know if this applies because this is kind of like left because it sounds more physical, but like this is just the first thing that came to my mind when I heard acts of service, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if like it's physical though. Imagine if somebody wants to like role play and want extra stuff, like they want you to do this or do that, like things that would you do that act of
So
service?
they're like
that they
telling you what to do.
Yeah, they
kind of
want
like a porn, and they're directing the porn while you're
like they want
doing
to
it.
role play or
That
something.
could be fun though.
That can,
That can be
unless
fun.
the other person feels like you're being a little bossy. Because I've been there where I apparently were too bossy.
What you was too
You?
bossy? What
Somebody
you,
said that to you?
My ex. We don't have to say names, but everybody know who that is.
Oh my goodness!
He thought I was too bossy in bed, and honestly, we had a lot of issues because of that. Because I was apparently too bossy, and I'm the type of person that I talk during sex if I want to move, if I want to like, oh, let's go over there, just do it from this side, or put me on the sink. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he thought I was being bossy all the time.
He didn't like that.
He didn't like it
He
at all.
wasn't into it.
But
probably.
some guys love it, so I was just like, whoa, I didn't.
But not every guy though. That's the thing.
Well,
But do you know what the exact thing that was that made him say that's bossy?
Just like example, we're doing it and he's on top. We're doing missionary, so I'm like, okay, babe, like, okay, now you can get off. I'm gonna get on top. Like, oh, really? You wanna tell me what to do? I don't understand that because it's supposed to kind of flow, and if it's not flowing, then what's the point?
He probably thought it like he wasn't doing his job right because you telling him to change. you
Well,
know?
if we're doing the same thing for 20 minutes, I think it's okay to change it up, you know? I'm very like, let's do it in the bathroom, like sit me in the sink and do it this way, you know? But some guys obviously don't think that's something that they want to hear from a woman's mouth. They want to do all the work and they want, But is acts of service like, give me a blowjob? Would that be acts of service, Punch?
What, give me a blowjob?
Yeah, because now you're
Like if
asking.
I said that to you?
Asking for you to do me a favor, because acts of service in itself, it's when you like your partner to do things for you.
yeah.
I would love it for you to wash the dishes. I don't even have to say it. If that's something that that I want you to do, doing little favors here and there, take the garbage out. Would like a blowjob be an act of service?
You always said it should be guaranteed. I'm crying. It should be all the, you feel me?
Come into the conversation.
Hold on.
I
actually
think
read the book.
I feel like definitely.
he did?
He read the book.
He
Yeah,
read
like
the
Karina.
book.
I got 3 failed relationships like that.
And there's a quiz
I
that
don't
you
know
can take, he said, on.
I am the
Yeah,
love doctor.
I know.
He sent me
Heard
the
him.
link.
Are you Gary Chapman
I
in
took
here?
it. I'm the quality
You took
10.
She took the test. The quiz.
Yeah,
The same one
with
that
the
you
quiz.
Yeah.
I took that a
Oh.
while ago.
And where were you?
Fucking failed. How about that?
Physi-
Mine was on the quality.
I was on the
and
physical touch. I
think
like
it
to
was
be.
quality and
Yours is physical?
Yes, I
physical.
like physical touch, which sometimes I get it confused because, again, like I was saying earlier, I feel like physical touch can be confused a little bit with quality time, or it can also be like completely separated. Somebody can be great at quality time and fucking horrible in physical touch, or vice versa.
Right. Yep.
So tell us.
So relationships, right? Let me talk about relationships real quick.
Turn up.
No, but realistically, so the whole 5 language.
Wait, one question. Are you in a relationship? Just curiosity.
You don't put people in these
Just curiosity.
situations. I'm in a rebuilding stage for myself.
Okay, that's cool.
So what I'm working on myself.
Bring it
Maybe
back.
raise it. Yeah.
I'm working on myself so I could be better for that person. Put it to you like this. The whole purpose of the 5 love languages is really to not be as selfish as you normally would be with yourself, right? Because I'm not a love doctor. Like I said, I have 3 failed relationships, 3 baby mothers, 3 separate baby mothers,
Oh,
3 different
wow.
kids. I'll be real. Like, that's what
no
it is, right?
judgment, though. No
Right?
judgment.
I'm
sorry, Stevie's judging.
Let me stop.
So motherfuckers is like, yo, you have a lot of time in your hands. It's like, no, it's not like that. It's like when you're busy, when you're about what you do, like I love the women that I'm with. I'm gonna keep it real like that. I'm not a pimp. I'm not a player. I'm not one of these. I'm really not. You know I'm not, right? But when I'm with
You
that one
can't say
person,
that and
no,
not have
I'm
me
not.
thinking you are.
It's not. But look, when I'm with that one person, like you're special to me. But the whole thing about being special is just not just like, oh yeah, we're gonna go out. Oh yeah, I'll buy you all the fucking Coach bags in every color.
Okay.
It's not about spending quality time. It's about like literally like you have to take a piece out of you to make that person happy. You got to be a little less selfish to make that person happy,
So
and
that's
vice
what we were
versa.
talking earlier.
Vice versa. So it's like, and you're like, oh, I misinterpret. Like, is the touch a touch that I have with a person at least the sex? Like, is it wanted sex? Like, is it was just like whatever? Like, because the person that you end up with, it's supposed to be everything.
Right.
It's supposed to be your homegirl,
Yeah,
your
your
homeboy,
friends.
whatever. You're
Best
supposed to
sex.
fuck off. Y'all supposed to like the same movies, and if y'all don't, you're supposed to shit on the same movie, the movies or whatever it is, whatever.
Yeah.
I have yet to take this quiz that you took, but what did you come out as?
I think it was quality.
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 Time. Physical touch.
Your physical and your quality. I haven't taken the test. I haven't taken the test. I always take the test. I'm fucking germ free up in this bitch. But
Lord.
What you talking about?
you got to be germ free. Germ free always.
Okay, STDs free.
But, of course.
This
but
STD free zone.
what I'm gonna
Everybody.
do is, of course, I'm gonna step back and take the test real quick. I'm gonna let Punch talk, but for those that don't know, don't fuck up your relationships. If it's a good relationship, fucking try to understand the person real quick. That's all you gotta.
So what we were saying earlier is the same thing. Like a lot of people get into relationships, and what we want to do is them make us happy. And with this 5 love languages is like, okay, now you take a step back and you try to think about like, what do I like? How do I want to be loved? And then in turn, how does my partner likes to be loved as well? So now you have to worry about yourself, and then worry that I guess hope that he worries about himself as well, and then you both come into like, how do you love to be loved?
Yeah. Be happy first, and then
Yeah.
find somebody who's also happy. And
I'm
y'all be
just
happy
saying,
together.
like, you just can't have a
True.
break in communication when it comes to like everything, love, spending time together. What you're trying to do, like, you can't just be like, oh yeah, so my homeboy told me Thursday night we're going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to go fishing in Canada. Let's just
Yeah,
say
and you
can't
coming.
just be like, yo, I'm out, and then come back Monday morning. Like, you're done, bro. Like, there's not gonna be like a woman is not gonna respect
happened to
that.
you?
No, I'm the guy, so I'm the one fishing. I'm not the.
I know, but
has a woman done that to me?
Yeah.
Like stepped out? Of course, it's happening. It
You're
happens
like,
to everybody.
fuck
yeah.
you.
Like, and then 4 days later, you'd be like, yeah, everything's cool, right? Like, no, bitch, you went to fucking Cancun and didn't even tell me. Like, we was good
Yeah.
Wednesday, and then Thursday you didn't pick up your phone. Whatever. Fuck her.
Fuck that bitch.
She don't know how to
first
clean
of all.
her. She don't know how to clean between her legs. But no, but seriously,
Yo, so what do you think? That statement right there. What do you think about guys who deal with a girl, right? And as soon as the relationship is over, breaks up or something, they got all these negative things to say about them.
Yeah,
but you was with her, that same
Exactly.
person.
You
so
ate
it
her
reflects
out.
you.
You ate that ass too, probably.
No, reason being that you put up with a lot, in the course of getting to know somebody. In
But
that
what's the
time,
point of saying
you learn
negative
more and more
things
about the
about-
person, and you'll see shit that you love, and you're gonna see parts that you don't like.
Right.
You put up with it,
Right.
you know what I mean, and then after everything goes to shit,
But what's the point of saying those negative things once things go to shit? Because you
because
was
some
with
people think
that
they shit don't stink, and you got to quickly remind a motherfucker like, yo,
nah,
look.
because the same things when you're a parent, like you always don't want I wouldn't want my baby daddy to talk shit about me, and that's a conversation we had as soon as we separated, and we hopefully I hope that he hasn't, but I definitely haven't. We have definitely kept that apart. Like, we're not gonna talk shit to our son about each other because that's just really
healthy.
You know, but
Yeah.
I'm just putting that in
Relationships.
perspective. Like,
But what
when-
about shit you
when
talk
have
to one
kids,
another?
You kind of try your best not to do that.
What about shit you talk to one another though? The kid ain't gotta be there.
Well,
for you to
that's
talk
the funny
shit.
thing. Like, when you are done in a relationship, you do feel like there are certain things wrong with that person. Like just like I said about my ex, and that's just the fact. You know, that's just the way it was. And obviously, that's why we're not together. So maybe that's the same way this guy feel. LOS.
That's how you feel.
This guy is
LOS.
Divino. I don't know what the hell you're
Los.
talking about.
Los.
I know it's Los, but I like LOS.
You like Los?
Yeah, that's
Love.
what,
You know what Los
that's what we
stands
call
for?
you.
It stands for love obviously suffers. That's all I gotta say. I'm taking this
Shut
quiz.
your
I'll be right
mouth.
back. It does. Love yourself a little bit more so you can love the next person a little bit less.
So
Ooh.
what do you think? What do you think is your love language, Punch? I'm curious to know.
I don't know.
Because the conversation we had when we had a conference, I feel like he's
thought it was
definitely
gifts.
My
into
love
service,
language.
acts of service, and gifts.
Gifts.
Oh,
He
he's a
feels
gifter?
like
No.
no, the other
He
way
likes
around.
to get gifts.
Oh,
He-
you like to get
yeah.
pampered and stuff?
No.
Like,
Come
you
on,
like girls
Pampered?
You like the girls to buy you gifts?
or just to show you thoughtfulness. Like, oh, I thought about
Yeah,
you.
you don't have to
Punch.
buy me shit. I don't make it seem like I'm out here like, nah, dude, she came through with something that wasn't expensive. No. I mean, you want somebody to, like, treat you the same way, you know, you treat them.
Yeah.
So, like, if I did something one time, that don't mean that you just supposed to be sitting there with catcher's mitt accepting everything. You know, you can
Right.
toss something back every once in a blue moon.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's nice. Most women don't think, but
Reciprocation.
it'll make a guy feel like, you know, appreciated as well.
Dope.
Not just you sucking my dick and then like, oh, you think because you sucked my dick that was something special. Like,
But
nah.
do you like acts of
suck a dick.
service? Like somebody do cooking for you, washing dishes for you, cleaning your house. Maybe you have a girl you're dating for 2 months and she makes your
Nah,
bed.
I clean my own shit. I cook my
So
own shit.
you wouldn't be like happy that a girl made your bed after you guys fucked?
Nah, I make my own shit.
So you don't care about that stuff. You don't care like her
'Cause,
cooking. How about her cooking for you?
I mean, if the bitch can cook, yeah. If the bitch can cook, if she can't cook, then you don't cook shit
What
for
kind
me.
of bitches you meeting that they can't cook? Come
No,
on.
but not everybody can cook. Not everybody's good like that. They think they shit is good
Shout
until
out
you.
to all the beautiful women out there that can cook a
Right.
home cook savage feast.
There's
That
some
out
women
Yeah, some
that
women
think
can
that they
throw
can
it
cook
down.
until somebody outside of their family tastes it and be like, oh shit, this.
What if she like takes you out to dinner? You know,
Well,
that's
that's
like
cool.
acts of service. Takes you.
I think that says a lot though that she's even trying to do something nice,
Right.
like cooking you a meal or whatever. Why you gotta shit
Hold up,
on it?
hold up. Who paid for the groceries is what I want to know.
What
she
if she
did
Don't be
because
fucking up my money.
she knows what she's cooking, so I'm sure she bought the groceries. When I know I want to cook for my man, I go, I buy my own shit, and I come and cook. Obviously, he doesn't
What
have
if
what
she's
I
in
need.
your house and she decides to get up, you fuck around, she gets up, she wants to make you breakfast, she's taking out your eggs
That's
and
so
shit.
sweet.
There's a problem with that because it's your fucking groceries?
And you're like, oh fuck
If she
that.
can't
That's
cook,
my
yeah.
muffin and my eggs.
Yo, so what she could do is she could take a piece of paper and a pen and then write everything that she's already used, and we're gonna use that as a receipt to turn in. So she owes me about
Yo, you guys are petty as fuck.
$125 because you used all the milk I needed for my Captain Crunch. That's what I gotta say.
Because my thing is, right? They're making a big deal
Whoa.
over this, right? They're making a big deal, but then they can't go spend over $100 on the girl for a nice meal.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
And honestly, like a meal at
spending
home
$100
costs
on the
less
girl?
than $10, literally.
Doing that is an issue.
But like taking out to dinner.
But
spend?
her fucking using your fucking eggs and pancakes.
Yeah, if she don't know how to cook, I said. If
If she doesn't know, but you know, there are a lot of women that can actually
over
cook
here
out
talking
there.
about fucking receipts and shit. Like, really?
Listen, I'm going to give a shout out to all these women out there from all cultural backgrounds that can bring it down into the kitchen. Because trust me, I can. I can make you anything you want,
So
honey.
now you might be putting a lot on it so a nigga taste it. That's what
We
you're
don't know
saying.
that. We
We
no,
don't know that.
honey.
We don't know that
Trust me.
We don't know that.
I was married.
They're never gonna
I-
know.
you
There's a
know
lot of married
that.
bitches that can't cook.
Anything.
I know that.
They're never
Cindy
gonna know.
knows that.
They're
I
never
wanna,
gonna know.
I wanna try your
What
cooking.
you trying to
You gonna
say?
bring some food?
Definitely bring you some food, of
Alright.
course. Invite you
Man.
over. You can
Yup.
come.
We
Look at
going.
my
We going.
face.
We're going to
I
her
bet I pull up.
place. Y'all are not invited.
Yeah, duh.
That's all right.
I
That's
mean,
cool.
all you gotta find
They
out
come
like
with
what
their
your man
receipts.
likes. and then just like
And that kind of goes into
surprise
like
them with
quality
that.
time too, like cooking and stuff. Like imagine she
That's
spent
true.
she did her active service, she cooked you the food, but she literally spent that time preparing the dinner for you guys
Right.
to have a nice
Yeah.
little home quality
Right.
time.
And you're there watching
moment.
football on a Sunday. She's making food, not
And then
talking,
and
because
then
you
she
love
fed
that.
you this shit, and then you eat it, and then she wants to fuck you, but then you can't fuck her because now you got the bubble guts because she didn't fucking cook the meat through all the way.
Why gotta be so negative? I don't get it.
That's so negative.
That is
It
negative.
happens.
That's
Wow.
it happens because you're anticipating that
It
shit. That's what
happens.
you're attracted.
Have you
to.
ever went
Fucking
over
life.
to a person's house to eat and the
unfortunate 'cause
food
I
wasn't
feel
good?
like
Think about it.
if you're
I'm
attracting,
crying.
if you're attracting,
You ever went over to somebody's house and the food wasn't good? And you had to act
no,
like
no,
it
no.
was?
I haven't. That happened to me with someone that I dated outside of my culture, and it was Indian, and the food I just didn't like
You
it.
didn't like it, curry or
But
whatever?
I ate it because I'm a good person. I ate it,
You
and
wildin'.
I
I'm
said
not
it was
doing that.
delicious. But
Oh,
I
wow.
did not.
She a
into-
liar.
I
We
was
can't
not
trust
into
her.
it. I just wanted to
I
be.
haven't,
Listen,
I
it was
haven't gone anywhere. What, to a guy's house?
Can't judge
Like somebody
that
cooked
one.
for you
If
and
the
then the
parents
food was
are
bad.
cooking,
You had to
you
act
gotta
like it was
say they're
good.
good.
I haven't
It's
experienced
good.
that yet.
Not even from a
Wow.
family member, friend,
Yeah.
girlfriend.
You guys ever broke up with somebody because of that?
No.
Like, yo,
Not that I can think of.
You know,
Can't cook.
Yeah.
yo, like you went to the family house and you know the family hated you because you didn't compliment their food and it was just like
That's a
terrible.
Oh, yeah, I've done that. You
You
done
guys,
that?
and then fucked up the whole relationship.
That's a big
Yeah,
deal
I've
in
done
my
that before.
family. I know my mom, as soon as you walk into the house, she wants to give you a big ass plate of food.
Yep.
Cindy,
Yeah.
she knows that.
So when we going
She
over?
and she cooks good, but
Yeah.
imagine she cooked like shit,
My
and
mother's
you'd
the
have
same
to
way.
eat that whole fucking plate of food.
My mother's the same way. She don't give you a small. She gives you a
A
fucking
big portion,
plate.
and then you gotta eat it all. If you don't eat it all, they take offense to
Hey,
it.
Yeah.
man. If I ain't hungry, if I'm
She'll
full
be
and
like,
I'm
"What
full, I'm
happened?"
full. That's
Yeah,
it.
or if
wrong?
you're not diet too, then they're gonna take offense to
Oh,
it.
imagine
They
like
ask, what
imagine
happened?
imagine like
You don't
oh
like
other-
it?
like you don't eat pork and you don't eat this and you don't eat that and it's Thanksgiving they only got their ham
That shit is staying right on the plate.
And you're
I'm
like,
not
and they
touching
got
Damn.
collard
I'm going
greens
to
with
Chick-fil-A.
bacon in it and all
it.
this.
Nah, I be like, I ate already.
That's true. That
I
makes
ate already.
sense.
The thing with my mom though is she'll be like, if I'm bringing somebody over, oh, do they eat this? What do they eat?
Okay, that's nice.
Because if,
Oh yeah, that's dope. That's
if
considerate.
there's something you don't, yeah, she's really like that. If
Considerate.
there's something like if you don't eat beef or something, or you eat chicken, okay, she'll make some of that because you're coming.
I want to touch on
okay.
something real quick because I know, you know, in acts of service, Cindy loves booty massages, and I was just thinking about that when we were talking about it. It feels amazing when a
Doesn't
man or a woman gives you a booty massage
I
with
think
oil.
it feels fucking good.
A booty massage.
Just on the
Hell
booty,
yeah.
just oil on the booty. You don't gotta get close to the. You don't gotta get close to the, you know, actual hole.
Yo, this is so funny.
Oh, you mean the guys, because
Because if you're giving it to
because
me,
I asked Punch if he ever had that, and he
You like
said
booty
no, right?
massages?
You said no.
Heard.
He never had booty massage. I like booty.
but
massage.
listen, just on the booty, like just
Oh,
the butt.
giving a butt massage to a guy.
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
or a girl.
I like to receive it though. Don't
I-
get me wrong.
I'm good.
I like to receive it too,
I'm good.
and trust me, it'll jump to something else.
Los?
Hello, do you like booty massages?
So, booty massages. Let's talk about booty massages. What part of the booty is we
the
massaging?
whole
The
butt cheek.
ass.
The whole butt
The
cheek. Like,
ass.
But
from the
why are
back
you
to the
massaging my
butt.
booty though? Is what I'm
With
asking.
oil.
Nah,
because-
nah, nah,
because it feels
nah,
good.
bro.
It starts on the back and then
Why?
it goes down to the butt.
Yeah.
No,
Just
you can
like-
play with these balls if you want, but the
Wow.
booty.
So a ball massage. Can
What's
also-
A ball
wrong with
massa-
massaging the butt cheeks?
no,
Yeah, I
but
don't-
I wasn't sitting on the chair for fucking 16 hours out
But
of
you
the
know
day.
what? You haven't experienced it. That's why you're saying that.
Trust me, it's so good.
Trust you?
Yes.
I can't even trust your cooking. I don't even know how the hell good you cook. You talking about you got the feast.
And
You
you're
don't
never
gotta
gonna
trust
know.
it.
Oh, damn! I got shut down.
Yeah, you're
but
not
fuck
invited.
that.
We
Play with my
going.
balls. That's all I gotta
You're
say.
not invited.
I'm not playing with your balls, but I'm
Why
just
would you
letting
massage
know.
my ass and
whoever-
not massage my dick?
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
that doesn't mean you're not, because the
Exactly.
massage in the ass is gonna turn into something else. I was
Turn
just
into what?
touching on the fact that Cindy loves booty massages.
do.
Oh, you do.
Okay,
oh,
but
you
she's
the
a
booty
female,
massager
so
lover.
it's different. Have you massaged
But
a guy's ass, or
Yes,
has a
I
guy
have.
asked you to?
Yes, I have too.
And I get
A
the
nigga asked you to massage his
Yeah.
ass?
No, nobody asks.
No, he doesn't ask. I
But
just
fuck
do it.
all that, right? So y'all just been talking. So there's 5 love languages, right? From last time I checked, right?
Yeah.
Y'all been talking about service the whole goddamn
No, we
time.
haven't.
So
We-
you so
we
okay.
talked about physical touch. You got here an hour late.
It's a-
so,
okay,
so
first off, I'm not late. I'm always on time.
Okay.
Second off, y'all talking about
we have
service.
50 more minutes for the show.
Who's counting? You looking the other way.
the live
looking to
listeners are counting.
Well, tell the live listeners that this is what's going
you
on.
can tell them they're listening
So
to you.
okay,
hurry up,
so
hurry up.
how important is time to you in a relationship? Time, spending quality
Spending time.
time, regular time. Whether it's sitting on a couch, not on your phone, Not calling your homegirl, not checking about
important to
work.
me.
That's important.
Sitting on the couch, just bullshitting, watching a movie.
Yes.
Y'all talk, yo, this movie's crazy. Yo,
Yes.
that's what. That's important,
To
right?
me, is as
Yeah.
important
I
as
love that.
physical touch.
Okay, so I'm proud of you.
Because I love
How about
physical
yourself?
touch.
Because we both share the quality time thing. I took the quiz
do
just
love
now,
that, yeah.
and I'm very quality time oriented. Even though motherfuckers be right here in my face, and I need you over there.
It
Fuck all
seems
that.
like you love quality time.
I fucking love that shit. Let's fucking curl up and
But-
get a fucking movie on. I'm just saying. But
Yeah,
anyway,
nah, that's
Me
fire.
too,
That's
I
fire.
like
The
that
cuddling thing. I think that's a part of physical touch or whatever. That's the cuddle up
Cuddling,
with
yeah.
somebody. That's fire.
That's part of physical, but it's also does it count
And
as
then the
quality time?
hugs
The
and
cuddle?
the touches, the hugs and just the sensual.
The making out, is that quality time and physical touch? That's
don't
why I
know if
always
that's
get
quality
that
time.
like
That's
Making
not
out.
quality. That's physical.
you definitely with him right there making out. So
That's
you
physical.
You're
You're
doing
It's
so
a certain
physical.
level. It's a certain
You
level of
wanna turn
quality
the physical
time.
to quality
Wait.
time?
It's a certain level of quality time that y'all gotta share in order to get into that
Get into that
that
mode.
mode
yeah.
of just
Right.
like kissing and just
And hope it doesn't turn you off.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But that's what we were saying earlier,
That's what
that
we
a lot
said
of
earlier.
times you do the quality time and then you end
And then
up
the
doing the physical and then you're like,
experience is, like, dry.
I don't like his dick. I'm not into the physical thing, but I love hanging out with him. Then what do?
You just made him a gay
You
friend.
friend zone
Oh,
the
friend
guy.
zone OD.
Friend zone.
Yeah, but that happens. That happens a lot of times.
Friend zone.
I don't like his dick, but I like hanging out
I know
with him.
you
Now
friend
that's your
zone a
gay
lot
friend.
of guys because you do end up starting with the dating and all that, and then you just get to that and you're like, I'm
get
not
turned on
into it.
fast.
You get turned on so fast. You're the person that gets turned on the fastest.
I don't know
in
why.
my-
Shit just turns me off, and I'm like, all right. I'm
One
done.
little thing the guy can do. One thing.
What turns
One
you on?
little thing and
I don't know.
done.
Some things turn me
Done.
off depending on the person.
Okay.
Even
Like
the
what?
hairs out of like place. She's like, I don't
Hair
know
out of
about
place? That's nip.
Not really hair out of place.
That's
Wow.
really, that's
She
nitpicking.
wow.
She's exaggerating.
I'm just
I don't
saying
know.
down there, the hair's out of place. She's like,
Oh, it's
I'm
just-
done.
How's the hair
I
down
don't-
out of place
No,
down
no,
there?
no.
To the comb
Yo, I
over,
never
man.
said that.
Down there.
She
huh?
was
I'm
picking
just
shit
saying.
out
I'm
of
just
shit.
saying. I'm
Pull it
kidding.
back, you know what I mean?
But
Like,
yeah,
you know, when they fucking smother you like right away, they're fucking on you all the time,
Oh,
calling
when
you
they
constantly.
too clingy.
Yes.
When they too clingy.
Yes, that's a total fucking turn off.
So what's
Wow.
the
It's, see, that's like one of them. You gotta
But
tread the
some
line
girls like
girls
that.
are funny like that. They
Yeah.
want quality time,
They want
but
you
then
to
they
be
don't want you on
on
top
them,
of
but
them.
you don't want
It's a
you to-
contradiction.
but they
You got to
want you
make
to
up your
relax.
mind.
True.
Y'all crazy.
No,
So then what's too soon?
we're talking about the beginning.
So what, okay, so you've seen this guy a month and he's smothering you. No? Too
Yeah,
early?
too early.
Too early in
fast.
a month?
Too fast.
So,
Yeah.
so
All right,
how-
so what if you with the guy and then he not even being like he's not hitting you, he's not being affectionate, he's not smothering you at all. It's like
Sometimes you
no
like that.
emotional
He's a drug
connection.
dealer.
I
Cindy
kinda
like
like that.
You know what I mean?
Cindy likes that.
Because I like to
not,
do whatever the fuck. I
not that
want.
you're not getting hit on, but what if the guy invites
just
you,
goes
right?
ghost.
Invites you out. Let's hang out. Let's have quality time. And then you don't answer. An hour later, he's texting you again. Or then 10 minutes later, like, hey, what's up? You're not texting me back. I know that will turn you off right
That's-
away. You're done.
That's because you didn't text him back. You should. Why didn't you text him back?
What if
Y'all
I'm
see
fucking
the craziness?
sleeping?
What if she's working?
What if I'm taking a
I'm on top of
motherfucking
you.
nap?
Now she working. Now she working.
What
Now we
if
got
she's
story
dating?
time.
Because remember, you just started dating her. What if she's dating
What if
another
I'm
guy?
out with somebody
That
else?
ain't my problem.
And then
That's
you're-
her problem. How
you're
that my
ding,
problem?
Ding, ding, ding. The phone Cindy's like, I'm done with this guy.
I'm trying to get into
Delete.
this pussy. So why I need to worry about what she doing with somebody else?
I already know what to do. I be silencing that shit. Boop. I ain't gonna deal with that.
Then they be
fucking
like, oh,
text
she
right now.
fronting on the pussy. Then we gonna go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Fronting on the.
That's what
This is how
happens.
guys see it, though. Then
She
you're
fronting on
like,
the pussy, so
she's
we
not
gonna go
gonna give me
elsewhere.
any. So why even?
I could be
spend-
getting
why
dick
bother?
someplace else, and this dick is trying to get to me.
You can
But I'm
buy
already
dick
getting it over
actually,
here.
too.
So
Wait,
That's
but
the
let's get to
$30.
words of affirmation because we never got to words of affirmation.
Oh,
And
that's the powerful
probably
part.
the
That's
most
powerful part.
powerful one
Yes,
of
like
all
all
five.
right. So look, I love this part. The affirmations and stuff. I absolutely 100% love it because it's like like imagine being in a distant relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just having those affirmations like we gonna work out, things is gonna be great. Like I feel like when you're like in a relationship or even if like you're working on something or you want something to happen, the most powerful thing you could do is use your words, use the power of your words to create your reality. So like that's like look, like
Like
we're-
daily compliments.
all of that, like we gonna get married one day, like
So you talking from a long distance point? Or
even
like
even
talking about-
even
that's an
even
example, I guess.
even like a right here in front of my face, like the affirmation
Yeah,
that
you
no
need the
matter what
affirmation.
happens,
This relationship
we
is
gonna
for
make
yourself.
this shit work.
Or
You feel
like,
me?
or
My
like,
word.
or like telling your baby you're beautiful.
Yeah.
But
That's cool, but
but-
the other person gotta be willing to make it work in a
Of
situation
course.
like that.
But that's
I
one
can say
of the
that shit
5
all
love
day.
languages. So
That don't mean the shit gonna work.
You're not into that because I remember you kind of vaguely.
I mean, I don't
saying.
know shit about the love
Like,
languages.
you're not
I just
into
talk
words,
English.
you're into actions, and some
Wait,
people
but
are
it-
into actions instead of words.
But is that putting a lot on you too? That you have to constantly compliment that person?
Some people like their ego stroke.
Yeah, you
Over
gotta,
and
sometimes,
over.
I mean, but if you with somebody and they the fucking shit, you gotta tell them you the shit. Like, you that. Like,
But
you
then
gotta
there's some
do it,
girls,
like,
even though they know
hold
that
up.
niggas is shit, don't want to give it up.
But we're not talking about the pussy right now. Let's
No, I'm
just,
talking about you the shit, not sex. You talking about
but you,
the
they don't
person
want to
being-
give it up. What did they not want to give
They
up?
don't want to give it up. Like they won't give him his
I
props.
want to give him the props.
Oh, okay.
Some girls,
You
because
know,
they
but-
feel like, oh, his head's
But,
gonna
like,
get big,
but-
so they'll
but
hold
no,
back.
But like with girls is like it's like giving like all right, but if you know what I'm saying, you confident whatever. But if you telling your man he the shit all the time, he start thinking he really is the shit.
But ain't that the point?
And
That's true.
No, but he
Get
start
gassed
thinking
up.
like he trying to figure out who else think he the shit.
Nah, he was the
Let me
next
go
chick.
over there because I'm the shit, bitch. Like
I guess
I'm
there are
the
different
shit.
ways to
you
like.
ain't going nowhere, bitch.
What's
I'm
wrong with
over
that?
here. Remember, I'm the shit.
Because I
What's
don't
wrong
know,
with that?
niggas don't really be getting compliments like that.
So
Like,
what
you
are
know what I
like
mean? So they
examples
probably be-
of words of affirmation other than saying you're beautiful, other than saying you're the shit? What
Gotcha.
are other examples?
Got a good one.
Go.
Thank you for being one of the most important people in my world. Boom. That's it.
That's nice.
That
Out of
is.
nowhere,
Look at her. She already.
or sending a
Her
little
panties got
note.
wet already.
Sending a stop if they've been wet.
Especially for a man, right? So a man doesn't hear that all the
I
time.
like that.
Unless he has his mother or a sister,
Mm-hmm.
you won't hear that from either or. Mom may not even say it.
So
So,
that-
it's like
yeah.
to tell a woman like, yo, like thank you for riding with me. You know, I know I got a crazy schedule, my life, I travel, but thank you for riding with me, and I really appreciate you. You're one of the most important people in my life. A woman fucking takes that shit as, that's not to get the pussy. That's real shit. Like,
That's
yo,
real.
thank you. I
I
appreciate
like
you
that.
for, I'm coming at 4 o'clock in the morning, just got off the fucking plane. I don't want to be doing this shit, but you still riding with me. That's important to a woman because it's not about, I get home, we're gonna fuck, pass out, go eat, I gotta do this, and it's just like
Yeah.
the woman is like, okay, I feel cheap now. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Like, are you doing that with other women?
I'm definitely down for all the words of affirmation in the world, but if you're just telling me things and not really following with action, then I can't believe what you're saying. Now, if you're affirming things to me and then you're also, acting on it, then of course I'm gonna feel, like, okay, this is real. You know what I mean? You can just
Yeah.
tell me I'm the shit, thank you for being with me and all that, and then
Yeah.
just go and fuck 10 bitches.
Right.
Because
Why?
that's
What's wrong
not
with that?
gonna work. What do you mean what's
Well-
wrong with? Because now your words are not aligning
You
with
can
your
still be
actions.
the shit, and I can still want to fuck 10 other bitches. That don't what's wrong with that.
That the problem is
Nah,
your
but if
words are not
truth- if
aligning with your
truth is
actions.
truth, and you really fuck with somebody, you're not gonna want to do all that. other
I
stuff.
truthfully fuck with you. I truthfully think you are the shit.
But
But they made more than one vagina in the world.
Or handsome in your
but if you're
aspect.
Chris
Or
Brown and you
fly.
have somebody always telling you something, you're Chris Brown, so you're gonna be like, whatever. Like I hear that shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's gotta be
Yeah,
hard.
you're not hearing it.
You're probably not hearing
Exactly.
that from that person if you're Chris
Like, what would you do? A chick out the blue that you
You said
know
what?
fucking
You said
with,
you probably
start
not
giving you
hearing
ill
it?
compliments.
So you don't think people give him compliments?
I don't think if he's in a relationship, the girl's gonna give him a compliment that he's the best.
He's Chris Brown.
She like.
I'm sure she
it's
is.
Either, no, I'm pretty sure it's not. No.
So you don't think that people, you don't think that the girls that are dating,
That dating
So let's say,
Chris
for
Brown.
instance, Chris Brown, successful, top 10 Billboard. I don't
Right.
think that a female that's with him right now is telling him that he's the shit. That he already knows that. He doesn't need that affirmation from her because he did it without her.
He
You see what I'm
doesn't
saying?
need it, but it doesn't
I
necessarily
don't
mean
think-
she's
I don't
not
think he
giving
need-
it to him.
I don't
He
think
is
she's
dating
giving it
some
to
girl
him.
that looks just like Karuchi.
oh, you saying they need to
And
hear
they're
it, so that's
always
not
saying
something
back
that
and
she
forth
would
to
say.
each other stuff
I'm
on
pretty sure
Instagram, writing shit to each other like, "Baby, come home."
See, then that's the thing.
She's
that's
always
the thing.
saying
Look,
that.
that's the thing of the person that you pick. Now, imagine he has somebody that's just on the same level as him, just as popular, just as successful.
Rihanna, for example.
Right.
But that
you don't think that
didn't work out.
they'll swap each other with compliments?
Well, steel sharpens steel. So ultimately, it's like Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's like I'm
Right,
pretty sure
right.
Beyonce's
So
actually
you think-
been very responsible for a lot of deals that got closed out, especially for a lot of stuff, compilation work with Kanye and a lot of
NFL,
artists
the
and stuff
NFL
like
thing
that.
too?
So it's like, if you have a woman that's just as strong as you are, she's like the fly on the wall, but she's paying attention to everything
So
that
then
you're
it's
doing.
acceptable for them to compliment each other. But if your woman or your girl that you're dating or anything like that, and if you feel like she's not really on the same level as you as far as whatever
Achievement,
success.
It's not
in
even
that
about
level,
achievement,
You
it's
think
like-
that she wouldn't do it? Like I'm trying to understand.
It
exactly
has been done. I'm
what
not saying. I mean, I get it sometimes. Like, oh yeah, you're doing great things, and I see what you're doing and all that. But it's just like I'm still gonna do what I do. But if that person doesn't fit to my level of like you said, success,
success.
and
You
whatever.
wouldn't
Then I'm
give the
not,
compliments.
That's how you feel.
I don't.
If you're the more successful one in the relationship, you wouldn't give the
What am I
compliments?
complimenting? We compliment each other. Like you
Wait,
should be strong in your
what?
area, and I'm strong in mine. Like
so
that's
you-
what
you're
it
not-
is, right?
wait,
No.
wait,
What the
wait,
fuck?
Wait a minute. So
Pull on
wait,
the
wait,
beat.
wait a minute. So you wouldn't give compliments out if you were successful. If you was the more successful person in
It's
the
not even
relationship.
no. Like if you're successful, like okay, you got the bomb ass clothing line. I'm gonna be like, yo, that show was lit. That shit was dope, or whatever. But you
You're
know
not gonna
that.
be constantly,
I'm not gonna
like, stroking their
nah,
ego.
that's not what I do.
Because everybody does.
Anybody that knows
Okay.
me, I don't suck nobody. I don't care if you a guy, girl, whatever.
But if that's your boo and you love her and you know,
not
I'm gonna be
sucking-
like, great
Yo,
job. Let's
yo.
take a shot, and we getting fucked up. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, that's just me.
That's
Yeah.
his way.
You
That's
feel
Okay,
me?
I get
And
it.
she understands that because that would
But
be the
when you fuck with
relationship.
somebody and you fuck with them or whatever, you like them, you love them, whatever. It's not nothing for you to just admire them. Let them know like you're still the most beautiful person in the world. It's 20,000 girls that I see every day.
Yeah, and-
I might like all their pictures, but listen, you still the one
Yeah.
that I think is the most beautiful out of
I mean-
Yeah, but
everybody.
see, but that's different.
Like,
That's different. That's different.
All she heard was, you liked all these other bitches' pictures.
Nah,
She's
nah,
gonna
this
hear.
is,
Yeah, that's
this
it.
is how I feel. I feel like
Fuck with
everyone.
you telling me that. You did it because you
everyone
like that
loves-
bitch's pic.
No,
this
it don't
is-
matter because we know. Like, we on Instagram, right? We know it's a million girls on Instagram. You're not the only beautiful girl in the world, but you are still the most beautiful girl in the world, woman in the world to me. You feel me?
The-
Like, it's still, you have to differentiate that. You can't just say, oh, we're successful, you successful, I'm doing my thing, I'm busy right now, you busy right now. You know you the shit. I don't
So
gotta
that's
tell
it.
you.
I'll back off. Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you nothing.
I feel
you
like
know?
everybody likes to be recognized and
you
appreciated,
still gotta show
but
them
when
love.
everybody recognizes you and appreciate you, it's not the same as that when that person
Right. It's
that person.
recognizes
That person that you-
The one-
exactly. It's
because
not
you know
like
how
that.
many guys can call me beautiful all day, but if the guy that I'm with doesn't do it, I still don't feel beautiful just because
Oh.
10
Sorry to
niggas
hear
call
that.
me beautiful.
Like,
wanna
you
talk
know
about
what
it?
I mean?
Beautiful.
No,
Oh,
but you
that-
know what
you
I
look
mean?
fucking great
It's
today.
just an example. Like 10 guys can say it back to back to back at the bar to me. But if the guy I'm in
Oh, so we
that
at the
go to
bar.
bed, the
Bet.
guy that I go to bed with every night doesn't say it, then it still doesn't. I don't give a fuck
Then why
about
you going
the
to bed
other
with him?
10. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. I'm gonna need you to do the fucking
He
SpongeBob
does
meme. We
say
out of
I'm
here.
beautiful.
We outta
I'm
here.
just
I'm
letting
gonna head
you-
out.
I'ma head out
I'm
now.
gonna head out.
That's just what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
since
anybody.
you don't want to compliment your girl.
I'm just gonna tell
I'm
you
letting
real
you
quick.
What are you
know.
talking
I'm just
about?
gonna tell you real quick. Any nigga that don't tell you how beautiful you are before y'all go to sleep, it ain't the nigga.
He does.
Yeah.
He's
What
a
if nigga passed
sweetheart.
out drunk? He can tell you.
That motherfucker
Don't
probably don't
worry.
even brush his teeth
I'll
before he go
jump
to
right on
bed.
top of him.
So you hear this nigga talking shit about your boo? He don't brush his teeth before he go to bed?
Oh, he water picks. Don't worry, and brushes his teeth
Oh, okay.
a lot. Okay, guys. Any final thoughts? We had a lot.
Do you give a fuck about the 5 love
Do you
languages?
give
No,
a
listen.
fuck
If
about
you
the
really
5
do
love
give a fuck
languages?
about your relationship and you really want to be with a person long term, I highly suggest. I didn't read the book. I was with somebody that I was married to. I was suggested to read the book. I read the book and I took and I literally threw it in the trash while I was in a therapist's office. So if it's not something that
you were in a therapist's office
I was in a therapist's office
with
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
That's why you threw it in the trash.
No, I threw it in the trash regardless because that's what I do. It wasn't something that was appealing at that moment. The
Okay.
person wasn't for me,
That's
and that's where I'm at my situation. But to learn that if you're trying to, that's what I would say. That's my suggestion for the night.
to learn it.
You know, learn it, the 5 languages, read the book. Educate yourself regardless. Read a book, and you will find somebody that's gonna be stuck in with your bitch ass for the rest of the fucking time.
Punch.
So-
You think? Do you give a fuck about the 5 love languages?
I don't give 5 shits about this love language bullshit. That's stupid to me.
Okay. How you feeling, baby girl? Here.
I mean, I just have to disagree from the guys because I just don't think that they give a fuck about love in general. I think they're just in their own cubicles with the way they think this works with relationships. I think that the 5 love languages are so important to have a successful relationship. Like, you gotta spend quality time. You gotta tell your baby you love her. Y'all gotta have the physical attraction as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta give gifts every now and then, whatever, every day, however you're gonna do it. You have to do those certain things to keep your relationship healthy. I mean, if you don't, don't be surprised if y'all having arguments or y'all breaking up or something ain't going the way you like it and y'all in therapy because of it.
Throwing out the book.
But
in
what about when you
trash.
do all that stuff and the person still doesn't appreciate
Well, then
it?
that's called an ungrateful person.
See?
And maybe that's not the right person that you should be with
you,
because
right.
Right.
you are giving, and they're taking, and still not appreciative of who
See?
you are.
That's why you gotta say fuck the love languages.
No.
How about you?
It's just the person sometimes. You got to just choose a different person.
But
Let's-
I'm trying to speak the love language.
All right,
Nah,
guys.
But you speaking the love language to
Sin.
somebody that don't appreciate it.
Do you give a fuck about the love?
Yes.
The 5 love languages?
Yes.
Tell me why.
I just agree with everything she just said.
This is how I'm just gonna say that if you are working on yourself, that's all that should matter. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody that doesn't want to work on themselves, then maybe you should just keep working on yourself and let that shit go. Because at the end of the day, you know what you're looking for, right? You're looking. What are you looking for? Maybe Punch is just looking for a girl to fuck. Maybe he's looking for real love. You have to figure out what you're looking for and whether this is a good book for you to read or not. Now, if you're really looking for love, maybe it's a great book to read. Maybe go ahead and go and read it.
Right.
You're
How
looking
about
for
you
love,
read
baby.
it? Have you read it?
I haven't read it.
Then why don't you do me a favor? Do homework. Read the book, and I guarantee you, because I haven't, and I threw it in the trash.
You
right
didn't
after.
read the whole book.
I just told you I did.
You just said
Have
you
not
didn't even
been paying
read half of
attention to
it,
the-
and then you threw it
I
in the
read
trash.
the whole thing, and when I went to therapy, we broke down
We
certain
asked
parts.
you the question. You answered it
But
already.
you're not
We gotta
seeing.
go now.
We need a book review from
Love
you.
you, Lost.
We need a.
Thanks
Los,
for showing
Los.
up.
Los, never lost.
Okay.
Always on point.
I thought you were lost. Anyways.
Always on point.
Bop, shots fired. Boop, 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 boop.
Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. This was
Anytime,
Tuning
anytime.
in.
Thanks, Boo. Tell everybody where they can follow you.
Hey, y'all can follow me at Billboard Baby. Everything spelled correctly on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Billboard Baby.
And
Punchline_NYC.
Sin lover.
Man, just follow at Living Envious Styles every other Friday, 9 to 11. Follow it. The movement is here.
You know the vibes.
all right, guys, you know where to follow me. Polka Eve. This is Blunted on Reality, where no show, no topic is.
Off
Off
limits.
Bye, Steez.